My name is Sam Peterson. I've been a long-haul trucker for about 5 years now. Life on the road is my entire existence. I've seen a lot out there, but nothing compares to this particular experience. It was the night before March 8th a couple of years ago. I took on a haul because I wanted to buy a special gift for my beloved. Truckers made decent money back then, and a single trip could net something really nice for my better half. I never drove alone. It's just smarter not to, especially these days. I didn't have a regular partner, so I coordinated with a buddy of mine, Mike, who drove an old Freightliner with the license plate E213TN. We were set to pass through a place called Pine Village. Lots of eerie tales floated around about the route we were taking. Some said it was a cursed zone causing daily crashes. Others talked about a woman in white appearing right before accidents. Typical ghost stories. We were grown men, but even we could get bored enough to buy into such myths. At least that's what I believed at the time. We could have taken a longer route to avoid the village, adding a few extra miles. But the desire to get home outweighed our belief in drunken ghost stories. How I regretted those words later. "So, usual drill? Mini convoy?" Mike asked, flipping a cigarette from one side of his mouth to the other. "Of course, what else? And keep the CB radio on. If you need anything, just holler," I replied, checking the oil level on my rig. "Will do, and we'll chat along the way. Stay safe." "Roger that." At 2 p.m., we left the depot in a small convoy of just the two of us. It was a fine summer day, not too hot, not too cold. The slanting rays of the sun pierced through the tree branches and reflected in the puddles from a recent rain. At moments like these, you realize why you chose trucking as a profession. The romance of it all, with fields, rivers, and forests whizzing by, holding secrets known only to God. "Hey Sam, you awake?" Mike radioed in. "Yeah, Mike, fresh as a cucumber. And who could sleep with all this beauty around us?" "True that," he responded, and then grew silent. "Hey Sam, why are we taking this road? Didn't you hear what the locals say about it?" "Just stories they spun to scare you, and you fell for it. Ignore their nonsense, and no bad luck will touch us." "Yeah, I'm not scared, you know me. Just a bad feeling, maybe we'll run into cops." "Knock on wood, and if we do, everything's in order, right?" "Of course." Mike drove ahead, kicking up dust. After about 4 hours, it started to get dark. We were still 200 miles from our destination, a distance not significant to truckers, but Mike's unease was getting to me. Despite being a skeptic, I began to feel uncomfortable. On the side of the road, I spotted a girl, really just a child. She certainly wasn't a worker of the night. We knew all the local girls who worked the area. "Hey Mike, see that girl on the road?" "What girl? I don't see anyone." "You need to read more at night, buddy. You passed right by her. I'll help her out, maybe drop her off somewhere safe." "Whoa, getting all knightly. What about your almost wife?" "Come on, Mike, she's just a kid, might really need help." All right, Mike said with a hint of doubt, still clueless about which girl I was talking about. "Just don't go too far." "Got it. I'll wait at the next station." I signaled and pulled over, parallel to the road. The headlights illuminated the girl, about 14 years old. She had straight white hair, a beautiful angelic face, and wore a white dress slightly dirtied with mud. I opened the passenger door and asked, "Hey there, you been out here long? Need some help?" "No, it's okay," she murmured, shrinking back. "Don't be scared. I won't hurt you. Come on, I'll give you a ride. You shouldn't be out here alone at night, especially with the stories about this place." Reluctantly, she got into the cabin, and we slowly drove off. She had an air of trustworthiness about her. Somehow I felt warmth emanating from her, something comforting that touched my soul. "My name's Sam, by the way," I started, trying to make conversation. "I'm Hope," she replied quietly, her voice gentle. "Nice to meet you. What were you doing out here alone at this hour?" I know it's summer, but you should be safe at home, not wandering the highway." Hope looked down, then softly said, "I was on a bus. Everyone stopped for some reason and I got out. Next thing I knew, the bus had left." "They left you behind?" I asked incredulously, not fully believing her. "No, maybe they just don't want to see me anymore," she squeezed out. "Why would you think that? I just do." She bit her lips with every question, clearly frightened and troubled. I decided not to press further. I saw how uneasy it made her. "Everything okay?" I asked. "Yes, all's fit." Mike's voice burst through the CB radio, cutting her off. Sam, where'd you vanish to? I'm at the station waiting." "Coming, Mike, just hold on." "Make it quick. Let's wrap this up and hit the hay." "All right, Mike, be there soon. I'm turning off the CB for now. You scared the poor girl with your booming voice." Hope remained silent and looked down as we drove. Breaking the eerie silence, I finally said, "Look, there's the station. We'll pick up my buddy and keep moving, okay?" Hope looked up, her eyes filled with tears, her face suddenly stricken with terror. "Do not stop at that station," she screamed so loudly, I nearly swerved off the road. "What? We almost crashed. You can't just scream like that," I exclaimed. Please don't stop there, anything but that," she begged, tears streaming down her face. I couldn't say no to those tear-filled eyes. I have a soft spot for kids. Mike would see us drive by and follow. We've worked together long enough to understand each other with just a glance. I drove past the station, and Hope's face transformed from terror to relief, a genuine smile breaking through her fear. I hadn't seen such a rapid shift to calmness in anyone before, let alone a teenager. We drove in silence for several more miles until I broke it again. "Mind if we stop at a cafe up ahead? I need to grab some food, and we should wait for Mike." "That's fine," she said, her smile now warm and comforting. We pulled up to the cafe. "Can I stay in the truck?" Hope asked, looking so earnestly at me I couldn't refuse. "Sure, but I'll lock up just to be safe. You okay with that?" "Yes," she smiled. I set the parking brake, shifted into neutral, grabbed my wallet, and headed across the street to the cafe. The news on the cafe's TV sent a chill down my spine. A gas station near Pine Village exploded, 1 dead. A truck driver in a Freightliner, license plate E213TN. Investigation underway. That was the station I was supposed to stop at. And Hope was gone when I returned to the truck. The doors were locked, no signs of forced entry, as if no one had ever been there. Only I had seen her. She saved my life. Later, I learned a school bus had crashed near that route. All survived except for one girl, an honor student named Hope. She died from a brain hemorrhage after falling during the crash. 2 years have passed, and my wife and I now have twin girls. One of them I named Hope, in honor of the girl who saved me that night.